all the wind, but I am here in Kaanapali, West Maui. This is where all of the big resorts are. I'm kind of on the south part of Kaanapali, looking south, and it looks like Front Street, Lahaina Town, Lahaina Luna. There's a serious fire. I don't know how far south it goes. I'm looking towards Oko and Alawau. We haven't had power for a long time. There's hurricane force winds that took out the power. We don't have cell reception, so I don't really know what's going on, but there's definitely a very significant fire. You can see palm fronds flying into the ocean there, and there's a lot of black smoke. And as I pan out here, normally you would see Lanai and you would see Molokai, which are two neighboring islands, but they are just totally obstructed by black smoke. I'm going to try to hike further up the mountain and get more footage, and I'll try to get more information, and hopefully I'll be able to upload this at some point.
Coming together to help hundreds of people who have lost everything in those devastating fires. One of those Maui homeowners lending hand is Oprah. She has a place there. She talked to our partners from the BBC at the Maui War Memorial Complex, where evacuees are receiving donations. It's a little overwhelming, but I'm really so pleased to have so many people, supporting, and people are just bringing what they can and doing what they can. So I came earlier just to see what people needed, and then went shopping. Because often, you make donations of clothes or whatever, and it's not really what people need. So I actually went to Walmart and Costco and got pillows, shampoo. Oh wow, that's great. Sheets,
More than half of a month since the Maui fire happened, and Maui officials still are telling us they have no idea where the children are.
Where are the children? Where are the children? Where are the children? And I mean that in every way. Are they alive? Are they not alive? What happened to them? Are you a parent that is missing a child? A lot of things are not adding up right now when it comes to the children. They're just not adding up. And I don't know what the answer is, but if you just think about it logically, there's 1,000 missing people. Let's just say a third or a quarter are children under the age of 18. Let's just be conservative. Let's just say it's 100 children. Just be 50 or 60 parents that are crying out in the streets, that are posting on social media, that are frantically searching for their children, that are making a big huff and a puff and just incredibly upset and just out of their mind. I'm not seeing those posts. I'm not seeing those stories. So help me. If you are someone that's on Maui that is missing a child, or your child perished, the world wants to hear from you. We need to this is to me the point of the spear. This is the most important pressing question that needs to be answered right now. There's all kinds of rumors about by the way, the police chief said that there was one body recovered from the ocean. I had people in my home yesterday that showed me pictures on their iPhone that I didn't want to see, that were pictures of dead bodies in the ocean. I saw them with my own eyes. I'm not the police chief. I'm not anywhere close to this investigation, or that I was in that town 2 days later when everything appeared to be cleaned up. The streets were already cleaned up. I'm just saying, I've seen pictures of people that were in the ocean. So regardless I just feel like the government needs to come forth right now and be transparent with what they know and quell the rumors, and it just doesn't make logical sense.
The FBI says there are no identified minors among unaccounted and missing people. After hearing this, a former U.S. Army officer had questions.
What I read this morning was truly shocking. This is literally probably going to go down as one of the worst natural disasters on American soil, but also really one of the greatest mysteries. And it needs to get solved, and needs to get solved now. Take a look at this. Okay, this is the Hawaii News Now website, and if you look up the date, it is August 22nd. They're talking about the missing people and getting an updated list, but look at this. It says, I'll zoom in, the list also includes no identified minors, even though children are among the victims. So of the updated list of 1,054 people, none of them are children. What the hell is that? So they have an updated list from 2 days ago of 1,054 unidentified or unconfirmed people, and none of them are minors? None of them are children? That makes zero sense. The FBI is compiling the list? Yeah, they're reputable.
The FBI is compiling the list? Yeah, they're reputable.
I just don't understand what is going on. I don't understand what the delay is. I don't understand this is insanity, and it's still not being reported. I just got off the phone with someone that didn't even know Maui. They thought Maui was a city. I mean, you see that movie that shows Stranger Things? What is it called? The Upside Down World? This is literally like what is going on? It's like the Twilight Zone. This cup, it says, I think it's backwards, but it says better things are coming. At this point, I'm not so sure, but we need to get the word out. I don't understand. Where are the children?
More and more stories are coming out, like this Maui resident who explains the lack of response by FEMA and the Red Cross during the Maui, Hawaii fires.
Where was the county? Where was the state? Where was the Red Cross? There was no aid for the people there. First day, second day, third day, nobody shows up. By the fourth day, they open up the road. I come home, I say, great. And at the same time, they shut the road down again, stopping supplies from coming in. Somehow, the Red Cross put a stop on it. So the containers were just sitting there at a hotel in Kaanapali. Politicians more about words than action. Sometimes too much education, you lose common sense along the way.
None of the sirens were activated. The head of Hawaii's emergency management agency defending the decision not to sound those alarms, saying he has no regrets.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
I do not.
The sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone into the fire.
Late tonight, that administrator for the Maui Emergency Management Agency has now turned in his resignation, citing health reasons. And tonight, Maui's mayor has now accepted, saying, quote, given the gravity of the crisis we are facing, my team and I will be placing someone in this key position as quickly as possible, and I look forward to making that announcement soon. In this neighborhood, disbelief, people rushing to evacuate in their cars. By 3:52 p.m., the reflection in the side view mirror, a glimpse of what was coming directly at them. Eric Zimmerman capturing these images as the dark smoke overtakes the sky.
4 o'clock in the afternoon here. Smoke is crazy, I got ash all over my face.
The Hopper family here on vacation, praying in their car.
Just keep us safe.
4:46 p.m., the fire and smoke overtaking Lahaina. By 5 p.m., historic Front Street, filled with businesses and restaurants, was on fire. The explosions. At 5:02, Denny Euchert holding his phone out his window. Gridlock on Front Street. Families were trapped. Smoke and fire all around them.
You can feel the heat off the traffic.
Denny not sure what would come next, recording this message to his family.
If I don't make it through this, I love everybody.
Look at that.
2 blocks away, Marjorie St. Clair driving away from her home, trying to find a way out.
Lahaina is on fire.
By 5:30 p.m., the fire on Front Street so ferocious, families including Noah Tompkinson's have made the impossible decision to abandon their cars and jump into the ocean.
Both sides, to the left and the right, are on fire.
So many clinging to the shoreline, covering their mouths and their eyes.
At one point, it seemed like I might drown. I inhaled a lot of water.
When Sean Doherty swam out of the water and got back onto land, he was badly burned.
I couldn't even make it across the street because the pavement was so hot, and now I have second-degree burns on the bottom of the feet.
Bosco Bay leaving his workplace on Front Street at 5:36 p.m., just 1 block from Noah's vantage point, embers barreling toward him and in the direction of Denny Euchert's car. 5:59 p.m., just 1 block away, Denny Euchert has now abandoned his car, crossing the street and sheltering on the rocks of the harbor. Dozens of people are sitting across the rocks as the waves crash over them. 9:39 p.m., homes and buildings burn to the ground. 2 hours later, 11:30 p.m., a half an hour before those 2 captains arrive in the harbor to help, this nighttime drone with a view from above. Tonight, more than a week later, increased scrutiny on the utility company Hawaiian Electric. That company is saying they are still investigating what triggered the fire, adding that the cause has not been determined. And Hawaii's Attorney General now launching an investigation into the response. At least 3 lawsuits have now been filed against that utility company, alleging turning off the power could have saved lives, preventing electrical fires. Hawaiian Electric defending its actions, saying power was needed to keep the water running. But authorities say in some places that ultimately failed too. Firefighters reporting that some fire hydrants had run dry.
In Lahaina, the electricity powers the pumps that provide the water. And so that was also a critical need during that time.
And it was around midnight that night, those 2 captains, Riley and Travis, arrived in that harbor, only to find the raging fires and the blinding smoke. A week later, they're aware they were not the only ones who raced in to help.
Taken August 11th, 2023 of Front Street in Lahaina. Just below is the Front Street apartments, which were completely burned to the ground, and we are coming up on the outlet mall. Now we're going to go all the way to the harbor. Unfortunately, I don't have power, I don't have access to computer, or any of the stuff I normally would put a video together with, so I am sitting in a car right now just doing a simple voiceover to try to explain some of this footage. We have a lot of it, and at some point I'll edit it together. So this is the outlet mall directly below right now, and you can see, I mean, these buildings had metal roofs, and there was some steel framing, so they're not completely burned to the ground the way that a lot of the wood structures were. The building you can see that is still standing, I believe, is Foodland, but almost everything has been totally incinerated. It's just ashes burned to the ground, just a bunch of rubble. This is the main Front Street where all the shops were, and lots of tourists used to like to walk down this street. And we are coming up on the harbor. From my understanding, everything in the harbor has been burned or sunk. And I really only know what I see, what I see with the drone and what I've seen walking around on foot, because we don't have the internet, so we don't know what the news is. And when you turn on the radio here, at least when I've turned it on, you hear music. You don't hear many broadcasts. But anyway, here is, looks like they've got it roped off, and there's some kind of boat standing guard. And this is a busy harbor that is typically full of boats that are not there, so presumably burned and sunk, I would think. And it's just total catastrophic devastation. You can see up the mountain here, everything burned. And down below, you can see that's the banyan tree. That's looks like the banyan tree is still standing, so hopefully it survives. I just really strongly felt somebody had to get something out there, that was true. And I'm not finished with this. I will continue with this. For the people asking why I don't show my face, it's because I need to maintain some level of anonymity for safety reasons at the moment. I might show my face in future episodes, but the other thing is, the story's not about me. So I'm just telling the story, and I'm showing you guys what's happening. I'm just telling you what's going on. That's it. So it's not really about me. It's not that relevant. I really want to thank everyone who has supported my efforts here, and supported it by following, supported it by sharing, supported it by liking, supported it by comments. I read the comments, and I can't reply to all of them. I don't have time, but I really appreciate them. I genuinely appreciate them. The kind words, the encouragement is a big part of why I've been able to do as much as I have been able to do. So thank you so much, guys, for all of the support. I promise I will be back soon. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. I've complained about the fact that we don't have free communication to the outside world. I've been told all the information that you need is coming from the planes, which is insane. It's basically, these planes fly overhead and they give you these little, 5-second messages, and that's it. That's all we have. And then I've been told, oh, there's free Wi-Fi here, there's free Wi-Fi there. This I have not found. I've been all over the West Side, at least for me personally, and for my wife, we have not been able to connect to any of these Wi-Fi networks with any success. So there's a lot of crazy things going on out here. There's a lot of things that are not right, in my opinion. Please stay tuned.